What's it like living in Phoenix? It's absolutely outstanding. I've done pretty well here. Been a great place to live. Been a great place to raise kids. Now, Phoenix was maligned a little bit by some of the national news. So I just want to give you a different perspective. Now, I'm going to give you 6 reasons that I love living here. There's plenty of reasons for you to love living here. But here's 6 that I think are going to make sense to you. Because we have to live somewhere, we have to make decisions. You know, when there's some turmoil going on in the world and we think, boy, is it time for me to move? You want to make that move and make sure you're doing the right thing. So let me go to my very first reason. And this is going to surprise you a little bit. One of the reasons I love living here, it is stunningly beautiful. Raw, natural beauty. Everywhere you look is just stunningly gorgeous. Now, this photo on the left, this is 5 minutes from my home right by the Mayo Clinic. You would think in a city of 4.5 million people that you couldn't get away. And this is just like when you go on these trails, it's like you're in the middle of nowhere, like you're back in the wilderness. Because this is part of the Scottsdale Sonoran Preserve. You can ride bicycles, you can do mountain biking there. There's animals. You can go there at night, it's a low light environment, and see the stars. You can see the Milky Way, and you feel at peace there. It's just stunningly gorgeous. And on the right is Phoenix. Now, when they put Phoenix together, they put mountain preserves right in the middle of the city. You can go enjoy them, you can climb them, they've got great trails. You got biking, mountain biking right in the center of the city. And they're huge. You can walk off the trails and go into the preserve, and you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, and you just get a raw feeling of being great. Now, we get 330 days a year of sunshine. The skies are blue. Look at the blue skies. It's like blue all the time. You get up in the morning, the skies are stunningly blue. The sun's shining. And you can do all kinds of things. You can play all year long here. So if you want to semi-retire like myself, 200 different golf courses in Scottsdale within 30 minutes, and miles and miles and miles of bicycle trails. And we have all kinds of sports. You know, as you're getting to be my age, if you're going to retire or semi-retire here, the new course is pickleball. We have pickleball courts everywhere. And it doesn't rain. You can play during the day, you can play at night. They're lit. You can play tennis. Your kids can play soccer. And the new thing is softball. Even year-round softball. It's not like you have to stop because of the snow or it's going to rain or you're going to have a rain out. It's just amazing. And if you need to make a decision and a choice as to where you're going to live. And where are you going to put down roots? Now, we've had a couple of bad years where we've had some recession, we've had some restrictions in our economy, and people are moving to Florida, Texas, and Arizona. You might want to consider coming here and setting down roots. This is a great place to raise your family. You got good schools, you got good transportation, good places for the kids to grow up. They'll make lifelong friends. Now, you knew if I did a video, it had to be talking about business. We want to talk about opportunity, because I'm going to tell you, we have over 100,000 new residents each and every year moving to Greater Phoenix, Arizona. They're unattached. They're looking for services. They're looking for new doctors, dentists, attorneys. They're looking for new physical fitness trainers. If you're a new business starting out, if you want to open up a restaurant, a retail outfit, if you want to open up IT or you go in construction, what a great place for you to do this. The opportunities are staring you in the face, and these are decades-long trends. The opportunities are amazing. Just think of having 100,000 new customers each and every year coming to your business. Now, we've been maligned a little bit here in Phoenix as it's not a good place to live. I'm going to tell you it's a terrific place to live. And if it weren't a really good place to live, why is it the #1 destination for the van lines? They move more people to Phoenix, Arizona than anywhere in the United States in 2020. More people moving to Arizona and Phoenix than anywhere else. And I've been talking about Florida, Texas, and Arizona. They're great places. We got a big population and dislocation of economics, and people are coming to these states to do business and have a brand new life. If you're an entrepreneur, you can't think of a better place to go. Let's talk about the state. Arizona wants you to come. They're a business-friendly state. We're a low-tax state. Most people pay taxes for a state income tax of 2.59 to 3.34. You know, in California, it's 13.65. You get to keep more of your money here in Arizona. They want you to come here to do business. And besides that, if you're my age or not, if you want to do estate planning, we're a community property with right of survivorship. And if one of the spouses die in the marriage, the capital gains are forgiven through a double stepped up basis. What a great reason to come here and buy properties, put your investments here. We're only one of the few states that allow community property with right of survivorship, and you get it here in Arizona. Our tax base is growing, and because the tax base is growing, it allows the cost of government to be spread over more and more people, keeps the cost down. Unlike California, that's losing their tax base. So if you're in California, your taxes are probably going to keep going up because there's fewer and fewer people paying taxes in California. California lost $8.2 billion in tax revenue just from jobs. Right here in Phoenix, just Phoenix, we picked up $2.2 billion of that 8.2. So thank you, California. Now, we've talked about the tax base growing, and because it's growing, it's spread over more and more people. Now, the taxes here are not cheap, but they're fairly reasonable. So this is one of my rental properties in Scottsdale, Arizona. I own this property. You know, Scottsdale is a fairly high rent district. So a house like this in Scottsdale is going to run around $650,000, $700,000, but the taxes are $2,843. I'm going to tell you, if you compare that to California or Chicago or Minnesota or Wisconsin, you're going to find it's dirt cheap compared to those states. Now, one of the growth areas in Phoenix is Surprise. We've just put in a new Freeway 303, and we have lots of growth going out there. And you could buy a house like this in Surprise, you know, $350,000 to $400,000, depending on what you got. But the taxes there would be about $1,600 to $1,700, less than $150 a month. So your house payment reflects that. So your house payment would be like $1,700, $1,800, $1,900. You know, if you put 10% down, our interest environment's like 2 3/4 to 3 1/4%. Your house payment's going to be under $2,000. That's hard to do in a lot of big cities around the United States. And you can get a house very similar to like this in Chandler, which is another big, that's where Intel's at. And Intel, of course, just announced 2 new plants being built for microchips. Lots of electronic engineers, lots of IT people there. And the taxes on a house, very similar to this, less than between $2,100 and $2,200. So again, less than a couple $100 a month, fairly reasonable. You couldn't do that in Southern California, just not possible. Chicago, Northern Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, taxes are pretty doggone expensive. Not so in Phoenix. They're fairly reasonable. It's a fairly reasonable place to live. You're going to find that our food is less money, that the gasoline is less money. Gas taxes are way less money. Income taxes is a lot less money. Number 6 is your 6 hours to virtually everywhere. Now, Phoenix is 6 hours to the Pacific Ocean in California. You can 6 hours and drive right over. You can be at the ocean in 6 hours. So if you're leaving your kids in Southern California, you want to retire to Arizona, you're only 6 hours. Tell me, I'll meet you at the beach. And you can do that on the weekend. We're 6 hours to Las Vegas. We're 6 hours to the Mexican beaches in Rocky Point down on the Sea of Cortez in southern Mexico. Great warm Pacific waters. You can go fishing there. They shrimp there. It's a great place. You got warm sandy beaches there. You can go, I said 6 hours to ski in powder snow, but really you get up into our Rockies in Arizona, and it's about 4 hours away. You can ski powder there, but you can get on a plane, get to Utah. Sometimes you can even drive to southern Utah in 6 hours. Certainly fly to Salt Lake City, and we ski. We could fly up there in the morning, get there by noon, and you're on the slopes by 1 o'clock. You can actually in Arizona ski powder come back and catch a late afternoon golf game. It's just an absolutely wonderful place to live. And if you need to reach me, it's Michael at michaeldeville.com. Now, you know, one of the reasons I like this is because Arizona gives you opportunity for business. It also gives you opportunity to invest. It's just a great place for you to do business. And it's a great place for you to invest in real estate. Now, I've written a couple of books. Is Real Estate Investing for Beginners. Is exactly that's going to take you through all the pitfalls, take you like you know absolutely nothing, and try and explain everything to you so that you make an intelligent decision when you buy a property. How to Create a Real Estate Money Machine, Retire with Income is my business plan my wife and I put together. So come here to Phoenix. You'll love it here. We're in the real estate business. We're licensed through West USA. There are $5.7 billion in sales in 2020. You should feel comfortable doing it with them. Don't tell you to put all your money in real estate, but real estate is a very, very compelling investment. And Phoenix would be a great choice for you to start putting some money here. So if we can help in any way, let us know. It's Michael at michaeldeville.com. My very, very best to you. Bye-bye.